The first step in writing an essay is to think of a topic that would catch the reader's attention. Once the topic has been made, make a graphic organizer where all the related words of your topic will be first written. While doing this, imagine that you are a scientist that is first creating the contents or the skeletal parts of your experiment. If our topic is love, what comes to your mind? It could be life, hurt, change, experience, obstacle, together, human, happiness, feeling, special, hope, cares, heart, someone, partner, and any other words that can be related to the chosen topic. Once you have filled in the spaces of the graphic organizer, proceed to the writing process. In writing an essay, there has to be an introduction, body, and conclusion. These three are the elements that will make up an essay.
One of the patterns of the paragraphs that we'll use for this essay example is the narrative. Before you can fully engage in what makes the perfect hook for your narrative essay, let's make sure that you know what narrative essay is exactly. A narrative, quite simply, is a story. Unlike other essays in which you may need to argue or prove something, a narrative essay is about telling a story. Quite often, of course, this will be the story from your life. We all have stories. We tell them often. However, not all those stories in your brain will make for a good narrative essay. It's a great idea to list a couple of stories and titles before you get down to writing them. The story should have an influential event or person that has had some effect on you.
Once the title of the story has been decided, write the introduction. The introductory paragraph of a narrative essay can have a very important impact on your audience. First sentence should always hook the readers in some way. There are different techniques to do so. If you're stuck, just go right on ahead and start your intro. You may find that your second or third sentence might make a better first sentence.
Sometimes, I really do impress myself with my ability to be amazed by life. It seems like some things have never happened to me, or I am an alien from some other distant planet. Human beings surprise me, make me cry, make me laugh, and make me happy. The words life, human being, and happy are written, which are found in the graphic organizer that we created. The word alien is also used as the metaphoric term for being different or a person that had only experienced a usual event. This part could also give an impact to the readers and will wake their interests.
Next is the body. The body paragraphs are where you present your paper's main point. The body of a narrative essay must be filled with the paper's main point, which is the story.
Example of the body. That Saturday morning, my alien being went out the house in desperate search of a place that would make me smile. But September was already in the air and everything is cold. It is not that I was broken-hearted, but feeling the atmosphere made me think how cruel the world is. I was sitting at the bench and thinking about how I want to be another person.
Eventually, I realized that my main problem was that I felt that I could not overcome all the love obstacles that I've faced. I recalled everything I have read in books where everything seemed to be much smoother. My main thought was, how people can possibly spend their whole life together? A small rain started and made me feel even more stupid, alone in the park early in the morning.
Feeling the caress of the wind, I took a deep breath and looked around. As there was no one else in the park, I saw two people. They were laughing as they got closer. First, this laugh made me feel irritated, as if they have broken my unity with the spark. But all of a sudden, I noticed the age of these people. They were old. I could not clearly identify the age, but both of them looked as old as my grandparents. They were looking at each other as if they're in their own world. The old man looked at his partner, smiled, and gave her a hug.
At this very moment, I stopped seeing an old man, but a strong man that knows his wife, even how wrinkly her skin can be, and nevertheless, he loves her. I thought about those many things they have survived together, so many hardships that made them cry, and about all the problems they are experiencing right now. The words feeling, caress, love, obstacle, and together are written, which is also found in our graphic organizer. As you have noticed, the body is filled with the narration of the story. It is sequentially ordered and the descriptive words of the setting is vividly written. The paragraphs written in the body is the clue that this essay is a narrative because it tells a story that is arranged in an orderly manner.
And lastly is the conclusion. The conclusion of your paper is where you sum up your arguments and provide a final perspective on your topic. Its purpose is to bring closure on the topic for the reader from a broad perspective. I was sitting at my bench, shocked and feeling some new special feelings in my heart. This feeling was hope. This old couple, with all the grouching and tones of mistakes behind their backs, made me feel that at the end, it is happiness that matters. Eventually, all people will get old and die, and what makes the difference is the person you have dedicated your life to. Finally, I knew what to do, and I was so glad. I went to that park early that Saturday morning. We can survive in this world even if we are aliens, as long as that we have one more alien to share the life with. The words special, hope, feelings, heart, happiness, and life are the words that are used in this paragraph that we got from the graphic organizer. In this part of the essay, the writer already summed up his or her personal opinion or viewpoint of the story. The author used the word finally as the signal word for a conclusion. Before writing an essay, create a topic and graph it through a graphic organizer. The graphic organizer should be filled with words that are related to the topic. This will help you in giving a structure for your essay. The writing process. The parts of the essay are introduction, body, and the conclusion.
Introduction makes a point and that point is often defined in the opening sentence, but can also be found at the last sentence in the opening paragraph. Your first sentence should always hook the readers in some way. Body. The body paragraphs are where you present your paper's main points. Your body paragraphs should contain ample textual evidence, be correctly formatted, and have seamless transitions. Conclusion. The conclusion of your paper is where you sum up your arguments and provide a final perspective on your topic. Its purpose is to bring closure on the topic for the reader from a broad perspective. Remember, a narrative essay is not only about getting your message across. You must pull your reader into the story.
This ends the steps in writing a narrative essay using a graphic organizer.
We hope that you learned something today. Just like what we did on the narrative essay, web-style graphic organizer is also helpful in crafting a descriptive essay which aims to create vivid picture of a person, place, or thing. Unlike narrative essay which reveals the meaning through story, the purpose of descriptive essay is to reveal the meaning of the subject through detailed sensory observation.
So, in pre-writing stage for the descriptive essay, it's time to think who or what you want to describe and why. Choose a topic. Now, guess what topic I am going to write through this web organizer. The descriptive words that applies to the five senses.
Sight, brownish, copper strings, slim neck, scratched, pear-shaped, old, dull fret, silver tuning key, faded and distorted. Touch, hard and wooden. Smell, old, dusty and rustic. Taste, there is no descriptive word applicable to the subject we are describing, so let's proceed to the next sense. Hearing, strumming, tune, plucking, and melody.
Now, let's put this to work by starting on the introduction. Observe the words. This could be helpful in creating an outline for your essay. Remember, avoid lengthy introduction. Get to the right action to give readers clue about your topic. Here is an example.
My most valuable possession is an old, slightly distorted brown guitar. The first instrument I taught myself how to play. It's nothing fancy, just a Gibson acoustic guitar, scratched and fingerprinted.
Now, let's move to the body, where you present your points to describe more about your topic. Still, using the web type organizer, consider this example.
At the top is a bramble of copper strings, each hooked through the silver tuning key. The strings stretch down a long, slim neck. Its fret is dull. The wood worn by years of fingers pressing chords and picking notes. The body of the Gibson is shaped like a huge spear, one that was slightly damaged though. There is a little chip on the side of the brown wooden guitar when it fell off years ago. It's not perfectly beautiful.
The words copper string, silver tuning key, dull fret, pear-shaped, brown, wooden, and slim neck are from the graphic organizer.
Finally, for our conclusion, where we sum up our final perspective and ending for our topic. This should now state the significance of what you are describing. Still remember to use the words from the graphic organizer. Now, let's consider this concluded part.
Nevertheless, I still like it, though its colors came to fading. Strumming and plucking, it is like having a new friend in a new melody at the end of a stressful day. It might not be the most beautiful among all instruments, but it is what my father's remembrance, and the music it makes me feel he is always there, and for that I will treasure this forever.
Observe the words fading, strumming, plucking, and melody also came from the graphic organizer.
Remember to emphasize the personal value of the item. The use of those descriptive words helps the reader to have clear understanding of your essay as they read it. It is like a window into another world through examples or details.
There you have it! We hope you learned something new today. Don't forget the basic steps in writing a narrative and descriptive essay.
Now it's your turn. We are your story makers saying, be creative and write your own adventure.